Hey, so John, Caleb, and Adam here,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and we're
man.
gonna go on this wonderful adventure that is Katawa Shoujo.
The
Um,
fuel trains are coming.
this is Adam's first time. This is Adam's first experience with this game ever.
I'm
So
the main character.
yeah, all right. So let's go. A light breeze causes the naked branches overhead to rattle like wooden wind chimes.
Ooh.
This is a popular retreat for couples in the summer. The deciduous trees provide a beautiful green canopy, far out of sight of teachers and fellow students.
Perfect for rape.
But now, in late winter, it feels like I'm standing under a pile of kindling. Oh wait, Adam, this is you.
Alright. I breathe into my cupped hands and rub them together furiously like masturbating to prevent them from numbing from the cold. Just how long am I expected to wait out here anyway? I'm sure the note said 4 o'clock p.m. Ah yes, the note slipped between the pages of my math book while I wasn't looking. Like a bitch. As far as cliches go, I'm more of a fan of the letter in the locker, but at least this way I show. At least this is a way of showing it's a bit of initiative. I am spaghettiing all over the place. As I ponder the meaning of the note, the snowfall gradually thickens. The snowfalls silently fall from the white painted sky, and the only sign of time passes is the stagnant world. The slow descent upon the frozen forest makes it seem like time is slowed to a crawl.
I forgot how many words there were in this fucking game.
It's a fucking visual novel.
I know.
The rustling of dry snow startles me, interrupting the quiet mood. Someone is approaching me from behind.
Alright, Caleb, who's gonna be is it you or me?
Well, by words, I mean not conversation, but you do that.
Alright.
Remember, I'm just here to observe and maybe
Hisao?
learn.
You came?
A hesitating, barely audible question. However, I recognize the owner of that dainty Batman voice instantly. I felt my heart skip a beat and my teeth thicken. It's a voice I've listened to over 100 times, but never as more than an eavesdropper to a conversation. I turn to face the voice of my dreams, and my heart begins to race. She looks like she has arms.
Adam, it's you.
Shit. I'm just gonna blow over this. I wanna go. I got a note telling me to wait here. Is that it was yours? Damn it! I spent all afternoon trying to come up with a good line, and that was the result. Pathetic human.
Yes. I asked a friend to give you that note. I'm so glad you got it.
A shy, joyous smile that makes me so tense I couldn't move a single muscle, even if I tried. What the fuck? Oh shit, this is going Resident Evil. Oh, my heart is pounding now, as if it were trying to burst out from my chest and claim the girl for itself. So, here we are, out in the cold.
Wait, Caleb, are you going to be reading any dialogue?
At some point,
Okay.
continue. You'll know.
Yeah. Once again, the wind stirred up the branches. The cacophonous noise is music to my ears. Iwanako flinches ever so softly against the gust of the wind, like a bitch. As it
Fuck you.
passes, she rights herself as if supported by some new confidence. Her eyes lock with mine, and she lazily twirls her long dark hair around her finger, Also, I just noticed this guy looks like he's from fucking school days.
Continue.
Sorry about that. All the while, the anxious beating of my heart grows louder. My throat is tight. I doubt I can even force out a word if I tried.
Dick 2 bomb.
Yeah.
You see.
You see, Adam.
I
You
wanted to
almost
know
Hi.
Is my heart just gonna like burst out like surprise, motherfucker?
if you'd go out with me.
Spaghetti everywhere. I stand there motionless, save for my heart pounding and spaghetti leaking from my pockets. I wanted to say something in reply, but my vocal cords felt like they've been stretched beyond the breaking point.
Hisao?
I reach out to try and massage my throat, but it only sends spikes of blinding pain along my arms. This keeps beating up.
Hisao!
Hisao!
Snake!
Dun dun dun. My whole body freezes, save for my eyes, which shoots open in terror. Sounds like I'm about to get murdered.
No.
Oh my god, this is school days.
Hisao!
Oh god, the voice.
The beating in my chest suddenly stops as I go weak in the knees. I'm spaghetti.
In the distance, you can just hear fatality.
Loud rap music, please. Okay, Adam.
The world around me, the canopy of bare branches, the dull winter sky. Iwanako, running towards me. All of these fade to black like James. The last thing I remember before slipping away are the sounds of Iwanako screaming for help and the insistent clatter of the branches above.
She totally raped you in your sleep.
She totally sucked my dick. Totally.
Totally.
I'm gonna take a selfie of me getting my dick sucked. It's gonna be great. That's actually an electronic version of my penis. See? There's got the bulge and then the little thing for my testicle.
God fucking damn it.
Produced by a bunch of people and anonymous. He's got spaghetti and he's such an alpha.
Silent cook, apparently.
He's gonna murder you and then he's gonna leave some ravioli.
Nicole Arbafi.
I'm pretty sure it's a blue.
Pimmy.
Timmy.
He's
Pimmy.
gonna fuck a bitch.
Moeki, though.
Is that a bullet?
Doomfest.
Doomfest.
It's like a,
Yes, it's a bullet. You turn into a zombie in your sleep, they had to shoot you in the face.
No, it's a
Good.
butt plug.
No, they shot him in the face.
It's a butt plug.
With a
Pretty
butt
sure there was
plug.
Deltas again? Damn it, Delta Airlines, you're doing really good.
Corporal Crud, though.
I bet he takes it in the pooper. It's been 4 months since my heart attack. Oh shit! I am beta. In that whole time, I could probably count the times I've left this hospital room unsupervised on one hand. Do not leave the hospital!
The
In that
hospital
whole-
room.
Yeah, but like, you fucking had a heart attack, bitch. You fucking, ugh. Your heart's like, I'm too beta for this shit. In that whole time, I can probably count the times I've filled the hospital room unsupervised, or I've left the hospital room unsupervised on one hand. 4 months is a pretty long time when you're left alone with your thoughts, so I've had plenty of time to come to terms with my situation.
Arrhythmia.
What John said. A strange word, a foreign, alien one. Illuminati confirmed. One that you don't want to be in the same room with.
Alright, so every time we see the word arrhythmia, I'm gonna go, arrhythmia!
Okay, good.
And that's how we'll say it.
A rare condition. It causes the heart to act erratically.
Erotically.
And occasionally beat. Oh, erotically and beat way too fast. I can be fatal and
Cool.
fantastic. Apparently I've had it for a long time. They said it was a miracle I was able to go on for so long without anything.
He beat his dick for 10 hours straight.
Yeah. Is it really a miracle? I guess it was supposed to make me feel better. More appreciative of my life. It didn't really do anything to cheer me up. I needed some cripple girls to bust it on it. My parents, I think...
Spoilers.
My parents, I think, were hit harder by the news than I was. They practically had 2 hemorrhages apiece.
And then there was also the bus.
Jesus, this whole family's fucking beta. I had already had a full day by then to digest everything. To them, it was all fresh. They were even willing to sell our house in order to pay for a cure. Of course, there isn't a cure.
Just like Ebola.
Because of the late discovery of the condition, I had to stay in the hospital to recuperate from the treatments. When I was first admitted, it felt as if I was missed.
Nah, everyone hated you.
No one cares about you, you're beta as shit. For about a week, my room in the ward was full of flowers and cards. But the visitors soon... What? No.
Forgot balloons.
Go on.
Continue.
But the visitors soon dwindled, and all the get well cards began to trickle down to nothing shortly after. Good.
Oh.
Take that, Hallmark. I realized the only reason I got so many cards and flowers was because sending me their sympathy had been turned into a class project.
See, no one really likes you.
Damn, he is the most beta motherfucker ever. He has a heart attack and all this shit and didn't even get his dick sucked. Maybe some people were genuinely concerned, but I doubt it. Even in the beginning, I rarely had any visitors. By the end of the first month, only my parents came by on a regular basis. Iwanako was the last to stop visiting. After 6 weeks, I never saw her again. We had that much to talk about when she visited anyway. Oh, we never had anything to talk about when she visited anyway.
She couldn't talk with a dick in her mouth.
Yeah. We didn't touch the subject, like my dick. That was between us on that snowy day ever again.
Also, like my dick.
God damn, this kid's so beta, John. How could my kid possibly be this beta?
Just like you.
Wrecked.
Keep reading.
The hospital? Is it really not a place? It's really not a place I'd like to live in. The doctors and nurses feel so impersonal and faceless, almost as if they have to care for a lot of dying people. I guess it's because they're in a hurry and have millions of other patients waiting for them, and some of them even die, but it makes me feel uncomfortable. For the first month or so, I asked the head cardiologist every time I saw him for a rough estimate of when I'd be able to leave. He said he never answered anything in a straightforward way, but told me to wait and see if the treatment and surgeries worked. So no. So I idly observed the scars that those surgeries had left on my chest slowly change its appearance over time, thinking of it as some kind of omen.
It looks like a dildo now.
Yeah, it's the big fucking swastika on his chest because the doctor's secretly a Nazi. I still ask the head cardiologist about leaving, but my expectations are low enough now that I'm not disappointed anymore that I won't get a reply. The way he suffered, I am shutting all over this. The way he shuffles around the answer shows that there is at least some hope. At some point I started watching TV. I don't know why. I just did. Probably because
It might have been blindness.
Could have been the Big Bang Theory. It's a good
blindness.
good
But
reason.
Will Wheaton. It all started with the Will Wheaton.
Maybe it was because there isn't enough porn on there. Remember, kids always use the internet. Maybe it was the wrong kind of escapism for my situation. I started reading Instead, there was a small library at the hospital.
It was full
Although
of
it was
porno mags.
totally jacking it off in my bed, no one could stop me.
Alright, continue.
Although it was more like a storeroom for books, I began working my way through it, one small stack at a time. After consuming them, I would go back for more. So it's like I'm fucking eating the books.
Okay,
like
we're gonna take a quick break for just a second. Go on, no, keep reading.
Fuck, I was gonna get some Gorilla lunch, thank god I didn't. At some point I started watching,
Began working my way through it.
I began working my way through one small stack at a time. After consuming them, I would go back for more, like a hungry bastard.
Like Adam in real life with Gorilla Munch.
Totally. I found that like reading, I found that I liked reading, and I think I became a little bit addicted. I started feeling naked without a book in my hands.
Probably
you are wearing
because
that
you were
shit.
naked.
Yeah, you're fucking wearing that dumb, like, clothing that they give you. But I love the stories about my wife, Booze. And that was what my life was like. Being a beta bitch.
Adam
Days
Monologue
between-
Simulator 2014.
Yeah, really.
What?
And Caleb, start reading.
Nah, man. Ain't about that life.
Okay, Adam, go on.
The days became increasingly harder to distinguish from each other, differing only by the book I was reading and whether outside and the weather outside. It felt like some time blurred into some kind of gooey mass I was trapped inside instead of moving within. Also, I'd like to point out there's some really good outside animation going on there.
Oh yeah, dude, this game.
A week could go by without me really noticing it. Sometimes I pass in realization that I didn't know what kind of day or of the week it was.
Like me all the time.
Like me when I don't have anything to do for like a month. But other times all the things that surrounded me would painfully crash into my consciousness through the barrier of nonchalance I had set up for myself. The passages of my book would start to feel sharp and burning hot, and the heaviness in my chest would become hard to bear. Then I had to put the book down, put it aside, and just lay down for a while, looking at the ceiling as if I was going to cry. This guy's so fucking beta.
It's because the butt plug's too big.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
In the catheter.
Yeah. He liked it at first, but it's getting kind of sore.
Yeah.
But that happened only rarely. I wouldn't even cry, I swear. Ugh. I didn't cry.
Caleb, I think the doctor has dialogue, so you can be the doctor.
I suppose
Today
my
the doctor gave me a smile. He seemed excited, but not very. It's like he's trying to make an effort to make me happy on my behalf. And just jack him off. My parents are here. It's been a few days since I've last seen them. Both of them are sort of dressed up. It's supposed to be some kind of special occasion. It's not a party. There is this ritual that the head cardiologist has. He takes his time sorting his papers, then setting them aside. Is there some point of the pointlessness of what he just did?
Get good at reading.
I am shitty at reading. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna start doing the deep voice.
Maybe we shouldn't have made you the main character.
No, it's okay. It's
Alright,
fucking
go on.
monologue. It's this shit right here. Then she casually sits down at the edge of the bed next to mine. He looks at me in the eyes for a moment.
Hello, Sal. How are you today?
I don't answer him, but I smile a little back at him.
I believe that you can go home. Your heart is stronger now, and with some precautions, you should be fine. As long as we take that butt plug out. We have all your medication sorted out. I'll give your father the prescription, and the crack.
The doctor hands a sheet of paper to my dad, whose expressions turns wooden as he reads it quickly.
Basically he goes like, "Oh my god!
Holy shit!
So many! So many! Dad confirmed for Joseph Joestar.
I take it from his hands and take a look myself, feeling numb.
Again.
I take it from his hands and look at myself, feeling numb. How am I supposed to react to this? Oh shit. That's a line.
Yeah.
Diarrhea.
Adam, read your fucking line.
Nightmare. The absurding long list of medications staring back at me from the paper seems insurmountable. They all blend together in a sea of letters. I'm like, this guy's not also dyslexic. This is insane! Side effects, adverse effects, contradictions, and dosage are listed in line after line with cold precision. I tried to read them, but it's so futile, it's no use! I can't understand any of it, attempting to only make me feel sicker. All this for the rest of my life? Every day? 420 every day.
I'm afraid that this is the best we can do at this point. However, new medications are always being developed, so I wouldn't be surprised to see that list fade over the years.
John,
As
how
you
about
slowly
you be
die.
the narrator? And then I can just be the fucking main character.
Oh, you want me to be the narrator?
Yeah, because I'm fucking doing shit. I'm doing shit.
Alright, years. What kind of confidence booster is that? So, okay, so I'm like the voice inside your head?
Yeah, we can be the voice inside my head.
Alright.
Because you were the girl. I really liked the girl.
I'd have felt better if he hadn't said anything at all.
Also, I've spoken with your parents, and we believe that it would be best if you don't return to your old school, because everyone hated you.
What?
Please.
Wait, no, it's me. It's Dad. Please calm down, Hiso. Listen to what the doctor has to say. Calm down. The way he says it's like, tells me he knew full well that I wouldn't like it. Am I going to be homeschooled? Whatever my concern shows, it's ignored.
We all understand that your education is paramount. I don't think that it's wise for you to be without supervision. At least not until we're sure that your medication is suitable.
I like how
and
you
the
got
milk
really-
comes out.
I like how you got really southern for a minute.
Yeah, you sounded like a southern plantation owner and be like, I do declare that y'all gonna need to be supervised.
Do it again.
So I've spoken to your parents about a transfer. It's a school called Yamaku Academy that specializes in dealing with disabled students like you.
Disabled? What? Am I?
You're retarded. I'm sorry. It had a 24-hour nursing staff, and it's only a few minutes from a highly regarded general hospital. The majority of students live on the campus. Think of it as a boarding school of sorts. It's designed to give students a degree of independence while keeping help nearby.
Independence? It's a school for disabled kids. Don't try to disguise that fact. If it was really that free, there wouldn't be a 24-hour nursing staff, and you wouldn't make a hospital being nearby a selling point. Of course, that's only if you want to go, but your mother and I aren't really able to homeschool you. We went out there and had a look a couple of weeks back. I think you'd like it.
It's because he's too retarded.
It looks like I don't really have a choice.
You're beta as shit anyways.
Compared to other heart problems, people with your condition usually tend to live long lives. We'll need a job one day. You'll need a job, fuck. And this is a good opportunity to continue your education and being a prostitute.
This isn't an opportunity. Don't call it an opportunity. Don't call it a goddamned opportunity.
Opportunity for no man. Well, you should be excited at the chance to go back to school. I remember you wanted to return to school, and while it's not the same one...
A special school. That's an insult. That is what I want to say. It's a step down. It's not what you think. All of the students there are pretty active in their own sort of way. It's geared towards students that can still get around and learn, but just need a little help in one way or another.
Your father's right. And many of the graduates of the school have gone on to do amazing things. A person doesn't have to be held back by their disability, like my 8 dicks.
Alright.
One of my colleagues in another hospital is a graduate.
I don't care. A person doesn't have to be held back by their disability. That's what a disability is. I really hate it. I really hate that something so important was decided for me. But what can I do about it? A normal life is out of the question now. It's funny. I always thought my life was actually kind of boring, but now I miss it. I want to protest. I want to blame this lack of reaction on shock or fatigue. I could easily yell out something now. Something about how I can go back to school anyway. But no. I don't say anything. The fact is that I know it's futile.
Be fueled by your anger. Kill everyone in the room. Blood for the blood god. Skulls for the skull throne.
Let the galaxy burn.
I look around the room, feeling very tired of all this. The hospital, doctors, my condition, everything. I don't see anything that would make me feel any different.
Fucking kill
Pull
yourself,
the butt plugs out.
There really
That's a
isn't a
start.
choice. I know this, but the thought of going to disabled school? What are those even like? As
Pretty
much
cool.
as I try to put a positive spin on this, it's very difficult. But let me try. A clean slate isn't a bad thing. That is all I can think of to get me in through this. At least I still have something. Even if it's a special school, it's something. It's a fresh start, and my life isn't over. It would be a mistake to just resign myself to thinking that. At the very least, I'll try to see what my new life will look like.
And on the bright side, you can try and be even more alpha, since everyone there will probably be super beta. What the fuck is that? Who's that? Oh, that's you.
It's
See
no,
that?
it's you.
That's
me.
his heart.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's me and Adam. Act 1,
It's-
life expectancy.
He has to
Sweet,
carry
I'm
the
gonna
heart
get the
around
pussy.
in his hand now. It's not in his chest anymore.
The
I'm
gate
eating
looks
people.
far too pompous for what it was. In fact, gates in general seem to do that, but this one especially so. Red bricks, black
Red
wrought
bricks.
iron, and gray plaster assembled into a whole that didn't feel welcoming at all. I wondered if it looked like a gate for what a school should look like, but couldn't really decide. Probably no. Of course, I didn't want to get stuck on thinking about the gate for too long, so I entered through it with a brisk pace that felt surprisingly good. Moving forward feels good. So I walk towards the main building of Yamaku Academy with this brisk pace. I'm alone, as my parents are taking my stuff to the dorms, and there's supposed to be someone waiting for me. The grounds are incredibly lush, filled with green. It doesn't feel like the kind of grounds a school would have. More like a park, with a clean walkway going past trees and the smell of fresh-cut grass, and all other park-like things. Words like clean and hygienic pop into mind. It makes me shudder. I shake them off. Stay open-minded now. It's your new life. You have to take it as it comes. That's what I tell myself. A few big buildings loom behind the A few big buildings loom behind the leafy canopies. Too big and too many for just a school. Everything seems off. It's different from what I thought I knew about schools. It's an uncanny valley. Even though I was told this is my new school, in the back of my head it doesn't feel like one. I wonder if the feeling is real or caused by my expectations of school for the disabled. Wow, I'm verbally disabled. Oh, shit.
Oh.
Speaking of that, I don't see anyone else here. It's kind of eerie. It makes me wish there was somebody here so I could anchor myself to something tangible instead of having this feeling that I stepped into another dimension.
Ooh.
The trees hum with the wind, and the green hues flashing all around me catch my attention. It makes me think about hospitals again. How they say that the operating rooms are painted green because green is a calming color. So why am I feeling anxious despite all this greenery?
Because he's actually colorblind. He doesn't know what green is.
Dun dun dun!
What a twist.
Only after I stand in front of the haughty main building, I surprise myself by realizing why the gate bothered me. It was the last chance I had to turn back, even if I had no life I could return to.
Confirm beta.
But still, after entering, there was absolutely no way I could get back anymore. Feeling nervous, and with this realization set in my head, I opened the front door. A tall man with bad posture, Kaleb, notices me as I enter.
What?
We're the only people in the lobby, so it's only logical.
Oh, good.
Who's gonna be this guy?
You must be...
Like,
Nikki. Nakai.
Adam, that's you.
oh wait, no.
Nakai, there you go.
Nakai.
Forgot his last name, so there you go. So you are. Excellent. I'm your homeroom and science teacher. My name is Mateo. Fuck.
Say,
So,
Muto, yeah.
Yeah. Welcome.
brother.
This guy's voice is
We
gonna change a
exchange a
lot, by the way.
handshake that is neither firm nor sloppy. And he looks back at his... Wait, hold on. Is this thing recording? Yeah, okay. So, he looks at his watch.
The head nurse asked you for... Fuck. The head nurse asked you for a brief check-in visit, but there's no time for that now.
Oh, should I go later?
Yes, afternoon is probably fine. We should get going and introduce you to the rest of the class. They're waiting already.
Waiting for me? I don't really like being the center of attention, but I guess it's inevitable for a situation like this. Somehow, not knowing what is making for me makes me feel really nervous. Thinking of this, I almost miss what the teacher is saying.
Do you want to introduce yourself to the class?
Do we?
Yes, I am.
So I'm gonna take that as yeah, of
Adam,
course.
alright, Adam, see Sal, so he makes these choices now.
Yeah.
We had to confirm ourselves as the alpha of this world, and
So-
we had to. So we're going in. Yeah, of course, balls deep. Yeah, sure. I mean, isn't that normal?
Of course, but not everyone likes to be at the center of attention.
Like us.
I do.
I'm probably one of those people, but I guess I should be the one to give the first impression of myself.
Right, but it's no problem.
Let's go then.
Let's fucking do this.
My heart is pounding in my chest, and it keeps me thinking about my condition as I follow the teacher up the stairs. The third door down the third floor corridor is marked as the classroom for class 3-3. Muto opens the door and enters.
What
I
up,
can't get you.
bitches?
Good morning, everybody. Sorry I'm late.
I hesitate for a split second at the door, freezing on the spot.
God damn it.
Ah, get a grip! This is a big step. I know that, but there isn't any point to worrying so much about it, at least not this soon. I follow the teacher into the classroom and look around, partially so I won't have to meet the curious gazes of my new classmates.
10 out of 10.
It's pretty spacious, the ceiling is unusually high, and there's lots of space left over around and in between the desks. An entire wall taken up by blackboards and the high, old-fashioned windows only make it seem larger. The students' desks are just standard wooden desks with a shelf underneath for books and wooden chairs with metal frames. Simple and efficient. I stop walking in front of the classroom and face the other students. They all look normal, like students in any other school. But then, why would they be here?
Someone lost their fucking ear.
Yeah, they're probably like me and have something wrong with them, only it's just not immediately obvious. Then I notice that one of the girls seems to be missing the thumb of her right hand. It's a little jarring.
Oh!
Despite the natural tendency to listen when someone's talking about you, I tune out the teacher's speech halfway through while he introduces me to the class.
What is that
Look,
thing?
it's Isao in the back corner.
What is that thing? It's the Dark Lord.
I notice a flash of dark hair and see that someone is looking at me. A girl with really long, straight hair that is pretty eye-catching, and she sees me looking back at her. She covers her face with her hands as if it will make her invisible.
That's not
There is
fucking
one boy
straight.
with a cane leaning against the lockers at the rear of the class. It's weird seeing someone so young with a cane.
That's also...
Another girl seems to be making some weird hand motions. Sign language? She peers at me over the rims of her glasses, then goes back to whatever she's doing.
She wants
She's kind
the
of
penis.
cute. She's kind of cute. So is the cheery-looking girl with pink hair sitting next to her. She's really hard to miss. I don't know how I didn't notice her the moment I walked in.
Please welcome our newest classmate.
He claps his hands, and so does everyone else. One girl in the front row who has only one hand. I cringe a little, but hide it by bowing in thanks for this applause I did not deserve. A collective silence tells me that I should open my mouth now.
Talk, you fucking...
So, I'm Hisoi Nakati, and that ogre is back there.
And after that,
The butcher.
My
is
hobbies
real.
are reading and soccer. I hope to get along with everyone even though I'm a new student, and that's a fucking ogre in the background.
beta. And after that,
Beta confirmed.
I'm being so boring. This is exactly like
God.
every self-introduction ever. I should say something more exciting. I end up saying
Katawa
nothing.
Shoot your kneecap.
I end up saying nothing, and the teacher picks up from there.
Yes,
Everyone
it's
seems to be
weird.
satisfied with what little I said, though. Few girls are whispering to each other, throwing glances at me. It could be worse.
They're
They're laughing at
us.
the ogre.
We need to kill everyone.
I listen to the teacher as he drones about getting along with while letting my gaze sweep across the classroom. Everyone seems to be listening to him intently, and when he's done, they clap their hands again, which feels like a weird thing to do. The first row girl claps on this round with her one hand against her other wrist that ends in a bandaged stump. It makes me feel a little bad.
She's gonna give you a stump job.
We're gonna be doing some group work today, so that'll give you a chance to talk with everyone. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, it's fine with me.
Oh, wait, that's you.
That's good. You can work with Hakamichi. She is the class representative. Totally not a drug dealer. She can explain anything you might want to know. And who else would be able to do that better, alright?
How could I know? The teacher passes out the day's assignments and announces that we will be working in groups of 3. It hits me that I don't know who Hakamichi is. Slow. Yeah, you're slow. The teacher seems to catch my helpless expression. Oh, wait.
Alright, Hakamichi is right there. Shizune Hakamichi. Not the
ogre. As he calls out her name, the cute, bubbly-looking girl with bright pink hair and cold eyes waves her hand at me. I take a seat next to her by the window. I guess I have to do this voice?
I could do the voice.
Well, no, it's fair. It's fair if I do it.
Yeah.
Hey, I guess you're Hakamichi, right? It's nice to meet you.
What?
Okay.
I'm caught off guard by her laughter. It's nice to meet you too, but I'm not Hakamichi. I'm Misha. This is Hakamichi. She-chan.
How's it going?
Giggling, Misha points to the girl next to her, the one I saw using sign language before. Looks like she's been staring at me this whole time. She nods once nonchalantly to show that she acknowledges my presence, but only barely. Oh, great. Hold on.
What?
The Dark Lord hath risen. The Dark Lord hath
Giggling, Misha, but only barely. She has short, yet carefully, neatly brushed hair, a pair of oval-shaped glasses, while Harry Potter glasses right there, balanced on the tip of a dainty nose, and dark blue eyes that seem to alternate every few seconds between analytical and slightly bored.
I'm gonna be the sign language girl, by the way. You can hear me furiously hitting.
Hey, nice to meet you. Where's your mouth, though? Great voice acting, Caleb.
She immediately looks at Misha, who smiles and makes a few quick gestures with her hands. Hakamichi nods and makes a few gestures of her own. I start to wonder if the teacher was messing with me, saying things like, "You'll be able to talk to people, and who better explain things to you?" I can see you're a little confused, right? But I understand why you would think I was Shi-chan. Shi-chan is deaf, so I'm the person to translate things back and forth for her. I'm like an interpreter. She says it's nice to meet you too. You're the new student, aren't you? Well, Shi-chan, of course. Well, Shi-chan, of course he is. If he wasn't, he would have been standing up there for no reason, right? Right! He seems like a very interesting person, doesn't he? We knew that there was going to be a new student, but we didn't know you would be here today. So soon. He-chan, right? He-chan? Yep, it fits, doesn't it? Did I say it out loud? It's just a surprise. Never liked that nickname. Wait, that's you, Adam.
I don't really see how.
It fits! You look just like I imagined.
She knows.
You look just like a He-chan.
I wonder why everyone seems to think so.
Hakamichi taps her fingers on the desk to get Misha's attention. They gesture back and forth to each other excitedly, their hands up below her.
They're making pee.
Misha seems a little overwhelmed. Sorry about that. Shi-chan wants you to know that she's the class rep, so if there's anything you need to know, you can feel free to ask her. Do you like the school so far? We can show you around a little if you haven't had the time to walk around and familiarize yourself with it. Hold on. Misha stumbles with the hard word a bit, making it stick out in her otherwise fluid translation. Thanks. Oh wait. Read it like hella lines.
unlimited line works.
Thanks, that would be pretty helpful, yeah. I just kind of came straight to class today.
He came to class.
Yeah, I came to you, in you, with love.
That's why she is deaf in her ears.
Yeah, I
That's
fucked her
no
in the ear.
good. You should always try to learn as much as you can about where you're going before you go there. Not just with school either. Always, even if it's a trip to the convenience store. Really, Shi-chan? Learn about where you're going? I guess I didn't bother to do that. Or just didn't care enough to do so. I didn't look forward to this, even if I committed myself to go along with it half-assedly, but anyway. I don't say anything, and Misha signs something that ends in a shrug. What was that? It seems like it was about me.
Totally.
I feel like slumping over in my seat. Both of them are smiling, but that shrug hit me unexpectedly, deeply. You look down, are you okay?
Hail Satan.
Don't take it the wrong way, please. I hate it when people are afraid to ask questions. That's how people learn things, by asking. Asking for help is perfectly normal, as much as needing help. Some look like you just failed a test.
Wow, don't laugh at my beta. Alright.
Ah, and another thing. You don't have to call Shi-chan something so formal like Hakamichi or class rep all the time. Just call her Shi-chan.
I'm gonna call her the girl I'm gonna stick my dick in.
Tell me that and I'll kill you.
Can we please not stick our dick in?
Do it.
In her, please?
I'm gonna do
Okay,
it.
maybe that's too casual. Maybe Shizune would be more appropriate?
How about cum dumpster?
Yeah. Yep, cum dumpster is fine.
Okay, that's gonna be a lot easier for me.
I feel a lot more at ease. Both of them seem so friendly, so I feel like an idiot for being so apprehensive earlier, especially about cum dumpster, who I assume would be all business. Well, she still seems like that, just less so, I guess. Huh?
What the hell that was?
Oh right, we haven't even touched this assignment. We should start work now, or Shi-chan will get mad.
Touched. The assignment is also kind of long. We should start now if we want to finish it before the end of class.
That too. Shizune glares at the two of us impatiently. I don't need to know sign language to understand that.
Okay, I got the message, bitch.
I'm gonna shank you.
After class, we can take a walk around the grounds together. It's a nice day today, okay? The assignment is actually very challenging to get through, combining aspects of being both difficult and unnecessarily long.
Oh.
Oh hey,
Still-
I got some drink left.
Still, we finish it with a few minutes earlier than anyone else in the class, despite our late start. Cum Dumpster and Misha are really capable. They're quite different, though. The class rep is as calm and professional as she looks, while Misha is a lot more playful and girlish, not to mention a little more easily distracted. To be honest, the two of them did most of the work. I feel guilty about that.
Okay.
The clock tower
We should
bell
do all the
Yeah,
work.
ring,
carried.
signaling the end of the period. Time for lunch! Without knowing what else to do, I follow Misha, who's beckoning me into the hallway and down the stairs.
They're gonna like tag team dick suck you.
When we
For me.
descend below the lobby where I met Muto, down to the bottom floor. Just like everything in this school, the cafeteria seems too spacious and oddly modern in contrast to the classic exterior. Its big windows open to the courtyard, towards the main gate. It's the cafeteria!
These are fucking terrible seats.
Her enthusiastic statement, shut the fuck up, you don't have to sit there. So, the obvious makes people around to stare, but Misha doesn't seem to care about how we proceed to the line. There's a
She's
rather
running.
long list of menu options, which seems great until I realize that many of them are to accommodate students who need special diets.
Yeah.
How nice. It almost feels like I'm back at the hospital, eating portions measured with scientific precision to meet the needs of the patients. I pick something at random and follow Shizune, or Cum Dumpster, to the table, sitting opposite of her. As I nibble indifferently at the food I'd rather not eat, Misha pokes me in the side to get my